Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. I'm going to try to keep this a little quiet because, like, everyone else in my house is sleeping because it is 4 a.m. Uh, Spoilers for the finale of Loki are to follow. So, spoiler warning, if you haven't seen it yet, come back after you watch the episode, okay? First of all, last week I did not upload an episode for Loki, mainly because I was tired, and I didn't think that the episode itself had a whole lot to talk about. There weren't a lot of mysteries that ensued from that, and arguably there's so much more mystery that is now here. So I'm going to walk step by step through the episode and tell you what I thought about every little bit of it, because what a fantastic episode. And I think that in general, I didn't like the episode as much as I thought I would. I don't think it's my favorite episode still. I think it does answer a lot of questions, and it asks so many more, which I love. I love that. But I think that as in terms of like how it was done, I don't think it's the most well done episode of Loki, which some people may think is wrong. That's fine. I don't think it's the best. I don't. I apologize if I sound nasally. I'm not editing this or anything. It's just going to come right off the page, so I apologize. So the opening of this episode is fan-freaking-tastic. I did miss out on the Marvel fanfare, but I loved that we got all these talking and like all of this thing about the MCU and the real world as maybe they're not the same thing, combining together. Oh, it was so cool. Gave me shivers. Made me very excited for the episode. So the first thing off is like the first 10 minutes of this episode is horrifying. It is scary. Like the sound design and everything is scary. Because I was watching this on my computer with my headphones on. Like, oh, it was so scary. I just wanted to point out that I think that the tone was really, really creepy and really cool. And they figure out pretty quickly that it is He Who Remains that is still in the Citadel at the end of time. Now, for those of you who don't know who He Who Remains is, it is its own thing, right? Like, this is Kang the Conqueror, sure. However, it isn't at the same time. He Who Remains is a character in Marvel Comics, and it is somebody that is not Kang the Conqueror usually. But Marvel is playing with it as if it's a different version of Kang the Conqueror. This version is not necessarily super evil and is instead more chill and interesting, which I find really cool. But it is Kang the Conqueror, and he did warn that other versions of himself will try to fight for time if they killed him. So that's really cool. I was really excited about that. So we didn't know what was going to happen, but we knew immediately. I also want to mention that, of course, he's eating an apple. They want everyone to know he's a villain. Give him an apple. And then there's that one scene I want to mention that Owen Wilson was whispering in. That's like his number one thing that he does in every movie besides his wow. He's like, come on, let's go. I'm whispering so I can make things more effective. I don't know, it's just really funny. I love when Owen Wilson does that. And then, of course, watching the branches of the timeline, watching the multiverse be created was so cool. Oh, man, it would not surprise me if, literally this week we get a No Way Home trailer. And I think that they will definitely tease the new villains from the old, movies and stuff, which I love the old movies. I grew up on them, so I'm excited about that. I don't think they're going to tease Toby or Andrew, even if they are in it. I don't think that they're going to be, but I think it'd be cool. But I don't think they're going to tease it in the first trailer. There was a Loki battle between Loki and Sylvie. Loved that. And they ended in a lovely kiss before Sylvie decided to push him back to the TVA. So that was kind of cool, but also, kind of frustrating. I don't think it was a particularly good battle, and obviously, no one is going to kill each other. I like the kiss at the end. It was very sweet. And then he just kind of pushed him back into the TVA, which I was like, whatever. Come on. You're going to be like that? Whatever, fine. And then Sylvie kills this Kang. Sylvie kills the One Who Remains. So now we know there's going to be a multiversal war. Kang literally tells us that there's going to be a multiversal war. How cool is that? I was not ready for that. I thought this was going to happen because we know that there's some multiverse stuff, but still. So that means that Multiverse of Madness is probably going to be them trying to understand the multiverse, and then Quantum Mania will probably be them kind of exploring it and also realizing that Kang is a bigger threat than they realized. And then I think the culmination of Phase 4, maybe even the culmination of Phase 5, is going to be a multiversal war. It'll probably be called Avengers Multiverse War or something like that. It's going to be insane. And it's going to have the Fantastic Four lead that because they are scientists who explore space. They're used to this kind of thing. They're super scientists. So I think we'll be seeing them rather early, and then we'll see them lead the multiversal war. Let's see. Oh yes, so Loki goes back to the TVA and goes to Owen Wilson, Mobius, and is like, "Oh my gosh, Kang, blah 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 blah, the one who whatever." And here's the kicker: they don't know who he is, and this is, at least in my theory. Excuse me, I was just about this early in the morning. Loki's in a different timeline already. He's already in a different timeline, and he doesn't know it because we notice that some things are different. We notice that there's a statue of Kang there. There's already a different version of the TVA. What? How cool is that? Oh, I'm so excited about it. I don't know what'll happen. I am very excited. But we did get a confirmation at the end of this episode. There will be a season 2 when it says Loki will return in season 2, which means two things. One, means we will not be seeing Loki, okay, until season 2, because it says he will return in season 2. So we will not see or hear about Loki until season 2 comes out, okay? And my theory is that we'll see this probably at the end of next year, at the end of 2022. And I think that what we're going to see here is this will be kind of the beginning of the actual Multiverse War, will be at the beginning of next year. This will be after Doctor Strange comes out, and after all that, after they've explored the multiverse, we'll go back to Loki, figure out how he's doing in the multiverse and how he's going to deal with it. I'm a little nervous about it. I'm a little nervous to see how it goes from here, but I think it's a really cool concept, and I think it'd be a really good overall arc. Is, we have Kang, multiple Kang the Conquerors, and be super cool to look at and have fun with, and we're gonna have a multiversal war over the course of maybe even Phase 5, like Phase 4 and Phase 5, just battling it out. I mean, that'd be so cool. But yes, so that means that we will probably not be seeing Loki again until season 2, and I think we'll get it next year because they're not going to wait too long, because huge cliffhanger for one, and for two, they're going to be exploring other parts of the world at this point when the multiverse happens, right? We're going to visit Spider-Man, we're going to visit Doctor Strange, Wanda, all these people before we even think about going back and visiting Loki, which I'm okay with. This does bring in the question of what exactly is going on between Shang-Chi and the Eternals. Like, how are they going to fit into this? And I think that my answer for that right now is they're not going to. They're going to be kind of, first of all, they're definitely introductory movies, and I think they're going to be introduced as if the snap had just ended. We're going to pick up from there before the multiverse is created. I don't think we're going to be seeing anything with the multiverse from those movies, which means that we have kind of a break, right? We have What If, which will, I think, likely actually tie into the actual MCU. I do think that is going to be canon. Doctor Strange in the trailer seems like he is a person who is sentient and is kind of confused with everything. So I'm wondering if it's about him going into the multiverse and seeing all these different timelines, which is possible, but Benedict Cumberbatch isn't voicing me, so I'm a little concerned about that. We'll see how it goes. But beyond that, we have a break from the multiverse. We have, I'm assuming, Shang-Chi and the Eternals, where we're not going to see the multiverse at all or talk about it at all until No Way Home. And that, of course, is going to deal with it because we know that Alfred Molina's already in it, and Jamie Foxx. We already know that it's going to be a multiverse movie. So yes, I am excited for that. I am a little nervous for this break. I'm not looking forward to having to wait so long before we find out what happens, but I understand. Let me know what you guys thought about Loki episode 6, 4-time, always. The finale in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think will be exciting for the future. Sometime next week, hopefully, I'm going to be live streaming with my buddy Julian, and we're going to be talking about Marvel theories and figuring out what exactly we think is going to happen, what we think is not going to happen, all this fun stuff. So if you want to check that out, make sure you guys are subscribing, liking the video, and sharing with your friends. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.